I know.
For Medicare. I tell them, just go. I think they can get $800 a month.
I like that little I love I watched his house 2 weeks ago.
There's an extra one if you want to.
Sunday I watched
I call this meeting to order. Let's start with the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Augenbaum.
Here.
Beers.
Here.
Dietz.
Here.
Gilpin.
Here.
Jackson. Here. Malika.
Here.
Whitaker.
Here.
Abbott.
Barry, are you here? Here.
Sullivan.
Here.
Reesinger.
Here. Thank you. We got an executive session before the meeting here on personnel. No decisions were made. Public comments on agenda items only. Okay, we'll move on. Old business, update on the Stamp 2 grant amendment.
Yeah, the last meeting, we were directed to revise the Stamp 2 grant agreement to take out the forensic audit and to replace it with the special counsel. Both municipalities have completed the resolution, sent that in. The letter requesting the contract amendment was sent in on February 14th to DCED. I did get confirmation from them that they are working on getting us that amendment. So hopefully here by the next meeting, we'll have formal amendment done.
Okay. Manager's progress report, alignment of accounting systems. How's that?
Yep, I'll take the first one there. Alignment accounting systems is doing very well. Senior Township staff and DuBois City staff are working hard on getting the billing for sewer and water together. We do have a tentative launch date of May 1st for that to happen. So we will be starting to do some things on our end administratively, put notices out to the sewer and water customers that their bills will look a little different. And the city's actually doing some creative things with the billing so that we can have our billing schedules on the same page. So they're backing up their dates a couple of days so that we can all align on the same billing cycle. So everything's moving very well on that. And we are switching over to Edmunds for that billing system.
Okay. Any questions? Facility use and staff locations.
I'll take that. Currently working on the facility locations for administration and police. We're going to evaluate 3 options to begin with. One is locating the police up at Sandy Township and having all administration here. Another option would be to expand this building for police. And then the third option would be expand this building for administration and have the police in the first floor and the third floor where they're already connected by stairwells and elevators. So our first meeting on that will be Monday, or Tuesday. Tuesday morning, we're all gonna be out of Sandy Township to go over their facilities.
Okay. Any questions? Penn Highlands bonds.
Okay. We'll go to the minutes next. For fire subcommittee.
Oh, I'm
Yep,
sorry. No, okay. Fire subcommittee.
I'll take that, Mr. Chairman. So we received a letter from the chief of Sandy Township and also the chief of Du Bois City asking for the fire subcommittee to be appointed. The memo asks that one member from each station, so the 9 members total, be appointed with the Sandy fire chief and the Du Bois City fire chief as co-chairs. They did make a request of certain topics that they would like to address, which include bylaws, SOPs, fire relief, and additionally box alarms. They did request that no elected officials be on that committee, so that request did come in. Additionally, we had one supervisor ask about a fire study. We did research that issue, and DCD would offer us a free fire study if we were so interested. Each municipality would have to approve that at their own regular meeting. That fire study would be free of charge, and we could set the scope of that study. So,
We need a motion or anything?
We would need a motion to authorize the fire subcommittee and to recommend that each municipality apply for the fire study if that's what you said.
Two different motions.
Make a motion on the fire subcommittee, get that started back up for the letter to the chief.
Second. Properly moved in second. Question on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Augenbaum,
Yes.
Beers,
No.
Dietz,
Yes.
Gelfen,
Yes.
Jackson,
No.
Malika,
No.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Abbott,
Barry, on the, Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Reesinger.
Yes.
and just a note on that, we would send a letter out to the fire department, just informing them that they would each appoint a member to that fire subcommittee.
You gonna direct what they're gonna be doing?
Yes, yeah, that letter will also direct what they would be doing.
Okay. Approval of minutes, January 24th, 2000.
We need the second
Oh,
motion.
second. Come on, this. Okay. Then we need a motion on the fire study.
Make a motion, we can go through the new fire study through DCD.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Question on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Augenbaum,
Yes.
Beers,
Yes.
Dietz,
Yes.
Gelfen,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Malika,
Yes.
Whitaker,
No.
Abbott,
Barry? Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Reesinger.
Yes. Approval of minutes, January 24th, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Vote on the motion?
Augenbaum,
Yes.
Beers,
Yes.
Dietz,
Yes.
Gelfen,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Malika,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Abbott,
Barry on the minutes?
Sullivan,
Yes.
Reesinger.
Yes. New business, award special counsel contract.
I'll take this one. We had the RFP for special counsel services for personnel. We received 5 responses. Gabriel Farah, McNeese Wallace, Dylan McCandless, Salzman Hughes, and Campbell Durant. After reviewing them, Sean and I got together, read through those. We would recommend awarding it to McNeese Wallace. We did contact DCED. They also had a favorable recommendation for McNeese Wallace. I think what set them apart from the other ones was they had a very detailed way of approaching all of the points we put on there with the union, the pension, civil service, and the drawing a blank here, the personnel manuals. So they were well-rounded and should be able to get that done in a relatively quick timeframe. So our recommendation would be McNeese Wallace. Sean has anything to add to that?
Yeah, I'll just add that 2 of the team members are experts in pensions with over 24 years in pension related matters, so we thought that was really important. Additionally, they have consolidated a borough and township police department, and we're able to carry through the civil service regulations, so which is also one important point to that.
We'll need a motion on that.
I'll make a motion, we go with McNeese Wallace.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Any question on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Augenbaum,
Yes.
Beers.
Yes.
Deeds.
Yes.
Gelfen.
Yes.
Jackson. Yes. Malika.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Abbott.
Barry?
Sullivan.
Yes.
Reesinger.
Yes. Amend consolidation agreement.
Yep, I'll take that one, Mr. Chairman. The purpose of this item is to amend the First Amendment to the consolidation agreement, which removes the reference to the solicitor doing some of that work that we just awarded that RFP to. Additionally, it removed the transition committee. And then lastly, we did add something in here that we thought was important to add in there, which was joint board approval of any expenditure over $100,000. That way you guys were aware of that. That wasn't budgeted for '24. So for example, if we had road program budget for $500,000, that would be okay. But next year, we want everybody on the joint board to approve that. Additionally, just to let you know, this would have to also be executed at your regular meeting, so at the City Township and the Du Bois City meeting.
We need a motion on that.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved in second. Questions on the motion? Vote on the motion.
Augenbaum,
Yes.
Beers.
Yes.
Deeds.
Yes.
Gelfen.
Yes.
Jackson. Malika.
Yes.
Whitaker.
Yes.
Abbott.
Barry?
Sullivan.
Yes.
Reesinger.
Yes. Penn Highland bonds.
Yeah, a question raised about the recent bonds, I guess it's been a few years here, that the hospital took out for their construction. So I reached out to the solicitor we have for our hospital authority. I just want to go over a couple of those items with you. One of the authority's recognized purposes is to finance hospital and health center projects. Unlike a government entity which can issue its own tax-exempt bonds, a 501c3 nonprofit corporation is allowed to benefit from tax-exempt financing, but is not allowed to issue its own tax-exempt bonds. So the authority can issue the tax-exempt municipal bonds to fund projects that benefit 501c3 nonprofit corporations. In such a bond issue, the authority is referred to as a conduit issuer, in that it issues the bonds, sells them to the lender or underwriter, and then the loans and proceeds of the sale of the borrow to finance a project. So in connection with the foregoing, the borrower assumes all liability for repayment of the bonds, and neither the authority nor the city incurs financial liability for the bonds. This is stated and disclosed throughout the financing documents, including in the authority resolutions approving the bond issue. So in summary, the involvement of a government-related entity such as the authority is required to assist 501c3 nonprofit corporations in obtaining lower cost financing for projects undertaking in furtherance of their nonprofit purpose. Under state law and federal tax law, the city is required to make certain findings and to approve the financing of such projects in order for the financing to proceed, but such actions do not obligate the city financially or otherwise. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that while the hospital has that obligation, the city and the authority did not take on that obligation. They were merely the instrument to allow the hospital to get those bonds.
Joint board member comments? Jim?
Nothing.
Ellie?
Nothing for me tonight.
It's good to see the fire subcommittee coming back online and hope to see a few more in the near future.
Yeah, I'll just say, Mr. Chairman, it's been great working with the city. I think we have a lot of good things moving forward right now. working with Mr. Nasuti's been really beneficial. And we have big plans in place to get our staffs working together and integrated.
Okay. I'm very happy with the work that Chris and Sean are doing. They bring us very well prepared items to discuss and make decisions on. The things are going very well. Mark?
I'm just gonna echo what Pat said. Chris and Sean have been great in doing our legwork for us, and I'll say a lot of homework for us. That's everything.
No, I want to thank Sean as well. He's been very, very helpful. I want to thank our staffs here. They've been working together the last few weeks, learning a lot from each other, sharing information with us. It's been very, very uplifting to see all the cooperation, and look forward to working with them moving forward.
Sam?
Yeah, the only thing I want to emphasize is I'm happy about the fire study being done. I think that's very important to be, and in relation to the fire committee, I just didn't think at this time we needed restart the fire committees until we got some guidance from the fire study. From what my understanding is, the fire committee will not be in charge of shutting down any fire companies, and they'll just be working on some issues that need worked on, so I'm happy about that. Also wanted to set those up.
I'm good, thank you.
Nothing.
Barry, do you have any comments?
The only comment I have is, thank you very much for keeping me informed. I know I'm about in the meeting, but, communication is going very well. I'd like to, say thank you to Sean and Chris for making that happen. And I'm very pleased with the way the consolidation, is coming together and working, with each other. That's a big step forward, and I appreciate all the work the council and township supervisors are putting forth. Thank you.
Thanks, Barry. Open the meeting to the floor. Go ahead.
Harold Webster, City of Du Bois, had recent conversation with a citizen, and they were concerned that people are not getting informed of how the consolidation is moving forward. I was wondering if perhaps in regular mailings out to people, such as the city's water bill, that a 3x5 card or a half sheet paper could be included that allows them to know where they can get informed, and how they can stay informed, such as websites and what's going on. There was concern that people don't know what's going on.
Could that just be printed right on the water bill?
Sure, I think what Sean alluded to, we're gonna be moving here in the next couple of months to billing together. So we're gonna put out a notification to let everybody know what to expect. We can put that notification out, more information on consolidation, and put the website, so that people will have it right there in front of them and know where to go. There's a lot of information on both websites, so we can utilize that conduit to get people that information.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dave Lombardo, Treasure Lake. Two questions. One, you mentioned an agenda. This is the first meeting I went to since the previous consolidation. You have them here, or where do you get agendas?
I hear agendas.
There should be agendas right when you come in.
Okay.
When you
And
say
they
The next
also-
meeting I can pick.
They're
them up.
also
They're
on
posted
our
on both
website.
websites.
There's a place to sign out there, and they're beside it, I think.
Okay, I missed that.
Yeah.
Thank you. And the second issue, as you were talking about the fire committee, which is really great, I'm a very strong supporter of the fire department, volunteer, but a supporter. And there was a committee for consolidation of ordinances, and I don't know if you're developing them. I did talk to Mr. Whitaker about it and Mr. Harbaugh about it. I was very interested in the last committee, but you were all booked up. Are you gonna be doing an ordinance committee to consolidate those and look at them, and I'm interested in being on that committee as a volunteer. And how do you go about that?
Yeah, I guess one of the things, we do have a little bit of time for the codes and zoning. We actually have 2 years after consolidation to complete that step. So right now, we just didn't see it as a high priority. But the process that the fire subcommittee used was they put a letter together requesting the subcommittee to come back, outlining the very specific topics that they were going to undertake and take a look at. So that would be the method, is to write a letter to the council and board of supervisors, and with Mr. Masudi and I on that letter requesting that subcommittee to be reconvened with the membership recommendations and with what specific items you want to work on.
Any other comment? Yes.
Kristen Vida, City of Du Bois. Can you just talk a little bit about the scope of work for the fire study?
So it does have to be developed, Kristen, but one of the things, it does have to be approved at each individual meeting. So really, tonight was a recommendation for those other council and board supervisors to approve, and then we'll establish that scope of work.
If you go on the website of the DCED, they have various studies they have done previously in the last, I think at one time they had 42 municipalities that were interested in having a study done. And they've recently, I think, done 4 or 5 in the last 3 or 4 years that they completed. It seemed like when I read through these, a lot of times the firemen were at each other's throats at the beginning, and then afterwards, they all seemed like they were satisfied with the resulting outcome. And these were some, now our fire companies, I think, are in really pretty good shape, whereas most of these were in dire financial shape, so they wanted to survive, and so they came up with solutions. And with ours, I think they're gonna come in and find out that things don't turn out at all, and give recommendations. And usually what they did was, let's say they recommended closing down a station. There was probably 4, 5, 6 year lead time to do that, so that no one's facing immediate closure, because things change over time, and I don't think we're in a situation where we have to close any stations at all.
Any other comments? Questions, comments? Hearing none. Motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Roll call.
Yes. Augenbaum,
Yes.
Beers,
Yes.
Dietz,
Yes.
Gelfen,
Yes.
Jackson,
Yes.
Malika,
Yes.
Whitaker,
Yes.
Abbott,
Barry, adjourn?
Sullivan,
Yes.
Reesinger.
Yes.
Did we ask your question about the fire study or the fire committee?
Fire study,
Okay.
yeah,
Who's gonna do it? They're doing it themselves.
right.
We can narrow the scope of what we want to work